Yeah, well, Massachusetts General Hospital in the States have published research which suggests that microorganisms in our guts helps to regulate things like our attention span and our emotional stability. Well, to tell us more is Dr. Joshua Wolrich. Very good morning. Welcome back to the programme. Look, this is a big growth area, isn't it? Certainly in terms of the industry surround it all. Is there any, reliable science to back it up?
Some.
Okay.
So we have all become a little bit obsessed with gut health, and some of it is very valid. We've become more understanding of just the impact that our gut can have on our overall health. But we are now selling all of the products under the sun with claims that they are going to do things such as cure disease or cure mental health and things like that. So I think it's just important to take some of that with a pinch of salt and be a bit more understanding.
OK, but what would you take to keep good gut health?
Gut health in general, it tends not to be very sexy. It tends to just be more veg, more variety, more colour and less red meat, really, which is kind of the stuff that we've heard before, but it is true. The veg is the main one. So all of that fibre, all of that veg actually feeds the gut bacteria.
Why would red meat be bad?
Red meat is something that's got what we call nitrites in it, and that's something that we know has an impact on the cells in the gut lining, and so it does, if you have lots of it, can increase the risk of things like bowel cancer. So it is just something we know is worth reducing.
Gut is an awful word. It's an awful word. People think gut, gut instinct.
I think of a big fat person, I think of a gut. Oh, he's got a big gut.
Gut. But the thing about it is, are you as scientists reassessing the usefulness of the gut or where it stands in the body as regarding... We're talking about mental health there as well. We're talking about physical health. Is it the engine room?
Well, I think we've always known it was important by itself, but I think we're starting to understand a bit more the impact it can have on other body systems. We all know the feeling of kind of getting that fluttering in our stomach when we're super anxious or when we're nervous about something. And there's evidence that it can work the other way around as well. So if we have... it's difficult to class what an unhealthy gut would be, but if we have a diet very low in vegetables, we may find that might be having an impact on how we feel on a day-to-day basis.
Is it, stating the obvious to think that we need to think about our health more holistically? It shouldn't be rocket science that your gut and your brain are linked, but also that everything is linked with your mental health, your general physical health, exercise, all the rest of it. It just comes down to moderation and just respecting and listening to your body and all of those kinds of things. I mean, do we not think about our health holistically enough?
I think there's a couple of things. I think one is that we're bombarded by a lot of misinformation on a daily basis, and we're told all sorts of things, right? We're told that vegetables are going to kill us. We're told that vegetables are really good for us. We're told meat is the only thing we should be eating. We're told that meat's going to kill us. So it's quite hard to understand what that holistic health can look like. And there's the other thing there that actually a lot of this stuff is actually quite out of our control. We know that some of the biggest impacts on our overall health and also some of the biggest impacts on our mental health are things like our socioeconomic status and poverty.
Yeah.
And so you can eat as much veg as you like, but it's not going to change the fact you don't own a fridge.
Sure.
Is kombucha the holy grail, though? Sorry to interrupt.
What is what?
Kombucha the holy grail, because
No,
my
it's not.
husband's convinced this is the way to perfect gut health.
If it tastes nice, it's great.
You don't think there's any benefits from all the...
So it depends.
Whatever there is in that?
There's different types. There's one that has what's called the mother, so it's got all of the kind of bacteria still in it. And that one, I'm sure, is acting a bit like a probiotic.
Right.
And probiotics are great, but they don't outdo the need to have a general balanced diet as well.
So an additional thing.
OK.